All right, if I remember correctly, we are on case 4 of the third game. But I guess we'll see. Episode 4, yeah, Turnabout Beginnings. I believe Trials and Tribulations, yeah, that's... Yes! Let's see what we're getting into now. The girl. Let her go! What? Why are we sepia-toned? Hello? Shut up! Come closer! And I kill her! Hello? Who is that? Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Bang! Hello? Who fell? Okay. Hello? Hey, Panda! Reading through the file of an old case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Did she have a gun? Was she a gun girl? Harry Fall. Oh, jeez. Kidnapping, murder. Sentence, death penalty. After escaping, Falls met with and murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Am I in the hospital? Why am I in the hospital? Hello? It looks like I'm in the hospital. 6 years earlier, Mia Fey, first trial. Dang, this is a lot of firsts. February 16th, 9:24 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 4. But yes, welcome, Phoenix and Panda. Weirdly done with all your combat stuff? Yeah, I mean, I still need to do my roulettes today. Actually, I need to do my beast try. Did I do it? No, I didn't. I was doing more Ishgard restoration because I'm working on... Well, I started up Armor and Blacksmith yesterday, and then I started up Alchemist because I wanted to be able to make cordials, which I guess isn't until like level 50 because I can't make them yet, but it's whatever. Also, hi Zunder, welcome on in. Because I want to be able to just craft high quality cordials. Plus, apparently they sell for a decent amount on the market board, so you know. Mostly because every time I go gathering, I keep forgetting to bring them, and they make a huge difference when you're gathering stuff in the diadem, even with the cooldown. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. Hello. He just what the, who? Do any inmates actually have balls and chains on them these days? I don't think they do. Watching a video on Icelandic fermented shark. Oh, I think I'd seen that before on like one of the shows with the people who eat like random things. I mean, don't they just basically hang the sharks like in shacks for like months and then that's how they do it? Probably, yeah. Also, hi RC, how are you doing? Also, those pants are very nice. Yeah, you just have to make sure that if you post that on social media, you need to like zoom in on your ring so you're like, I'm taking people so you don't, well, actually it doesn't matter if people know that you have like a ring on. They're still gonna be creepy. But you know. They're cordials and you want some so you can make them? Yeah, I mean, I'd be okay with that. Because usually you get them doing different leave quests and stuff, or going up through your... Like, I think at your high level, like, gather and craft quests, they tend to give you some. But I haven't done any of, like, the ones past, like, level 30 or 40, because by then I'm just leveling purely through Ishgard. Have I played Clannad? I have not. I've watched the show. It was very sad. It's a visual novel, though, right? Your friend is buying you the other pair. Oh, nice. Shark is toxic, so it's fermented for a few months to allow the chemicals to leave or become not. Oh, interesting. Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't do nothing. I swear, I ain't killed nobody. Terry Falls, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? I'm sorry. Why is he biting his ball? What is happening right now? It's on Switch? I'd have to check that out, because I do like visual novels, but that's one that I have not played. I think that I actually don't know. You could try. As far as I can tell, when you hop over a server, male Moogles don't exist. So you might be able to send stuff cross-server, but only through your own Moogle stuff? I'd say try it because when I was server visiting and I bought something off a Mog Station, nothing ever pinged for me until I went back to my own server. Is understyling your hair tonight? Oh, what color? Touch of it, fresh, even cooked. It feels like the drunkest you could physically be. Then you might go blind, and even more, you'd probably die from toxic shot. Well, dang, dangerous food for sure. Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing. I ain't killed nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere. But Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Sorry, I told a little lie. What the fuck is going on? Oh boy. But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? Why? I'm really sorry. God, Mia was kind of a pushover at the beginning. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear, I ain't kill her. I could never do that. Dark brown still, but you have major blonde. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Nintendo kind of censors stuff too, but it kind of depends. I mean, one of the funniest censors, I think, is the fact that on Nintendo 64, Conker's Bad Fur Day was like completely uncensored except for like a couple of things. And then when it moved to Xbox, they censored everything. And I was like, Nintendo is like the family company, and yet they had the most uncensored version. And then Xbox took it and was like, oh no, this is too much. And I'm just like, what? That doesn't make any sense. They really fucked it up. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. And then about 8 hours later, the policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. So that much is true. He did meet with the victim. But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Huh. Oh, who the fuck? Wait! Is that fucking good? Is this Godot from before Mask Time? And Coffee? It looks an awful lot like Godot. Yes, it is. Yeah, I was like, this is definitely Godot. Look at his hair. But his hair is like white now. Jesus, what happened to this man? Wasn't kids game even looked like it? Microsoft are probably concerned to kid. Yeah, well, yeah, they should be concerned if kids pick up Grand Theft Auto, but they don't give a shit. You see stripper nipples in that game. Stripper nipples. You're not gonna just figure out the truth by just staring at the guy. Why are you here? I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big, scary lion's den. Don't call her a kitten. He creepy. Accident involving an espresso machine? Probably. Hence the name Coffee Member. Sorry, I was trying to make a joke, but his name's Godot, which it has nothing to do with coffee. It's just his name. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. God, that's a creeper smile right there. He creepy. Where is Mr. Grossberg? Huh, that old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. I didn't say... So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me? No, you got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. He'd be a creepy. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine, an escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. Sure wish I could get out of it, though. Huh. Relax, just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since the beginning of his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. A solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. Yeah, I have no idea why. Guns, like, Twitch is really fucking up with things, because I have put in Phoenix Wright every fucking time. I put it in 5 times, and I hit done, and it's not showing up. So I guess I'll just put in Phoenix Wright, fucking Trials and Tribulations. Let's see if that shows up. Now it's... I don't fucking understand. Yeah, HD Trilogy's not showing up, just like Super Mario HD wasn't showing up. Like, Twitch needs to work on their shit. I'm really, really tired of them fixing things, but everything else not fucking working. Are you listening, Twitch and Amazon? Get your shit together. Fucking tired of this. Anyway. February 16th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. That doesn't always work, Guns. Even if you do that, it doesn't always show. Because you have to put in the name of the game exactly right. Otherwise, it just doesn't know what you're doing. Ah! I forgot! The judge is blonde. Oh, he looks so different. He looks almost like he has 2 brain cells. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Fuck you, edgy boy! Yeah, it is the same judge. He's just young. Like 6 years younger. Apparently 6 years. Well, maybe it's a different judge. I swear it's the same judge. But in 6 years, he aged like 30 years. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers. Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. Yeah, I know, Guns. Guns, believe me, any, like, suggestions you have for stuff, I already know. You gotta remember, I've been doing this for, like, 3 years now. I understand that Twitch is utter bullshit, but it just so happens that it's the easiest platform for me to stream from. Even if I know that it's bullshit. Which I feel like is how a lot of streamers feel, but that's just how it is. It's what we got. So you're the new prosecutor everyone is talking about, eh? Yeah, I know. Look at him. He almost looks like he can focus on something. Say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia, you can't lose, not to someone younger than you, more suave than you. But look at that ascot. Competent, I know, he almost looks competent, really. Young people running a trial, I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in the case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. Oh, he still does have his coffee. Never mind. On the day that defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death. You got it, kitten. Please stop calling me kitten. My name is Mia. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honors, 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. Truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was... Instead of having... Well, yeah, but obviously they have to censor that stuff. Like, it's kind of like, if you ever watch One Piece, Sanji smokes in the actual, like, Japanese version. But instead of him smoking in the American version, it's supposed to be, like, a lollipop or something. Whatever. Characters that smoke are not gonna make kids want to smoke. Kids that want to smoke are gonna smoke no matter what. Like, that's kind of how it goes. You know what makes kids want to smoke? All the fucking tobacco campaigns. But those are allowed. You know, I don't know. I don't know, America. You don't seem to fucking understand how things work. The last case, yeah, I'm on the second to last one, Outsider, so it's been nuts. Like, this whole game has been pretty nuts. Especially, like, the parts where you go back and you're like, oh yeah, we're gonna do some Mia stuff and see young Edgeworth now being he's still as pointy as always. Yeah, a certain witness's testimony. A witness's testimony? The one who shot the gun? That one. The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. No, I bet she has terrible aim and she shot the little girl instead of him. Case closed. Next, please. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. So Ms. Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be... Exactly, the victim, the same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Aha! I see! The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago, with only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Judge, can you keep your weird speculations to yourself? This is about me. Yeah, the second game was kind of, my friend who actually recommended this to me told me that the second game was the weakest in the series. I still enjoyed it, but I have to say, yeah, like there were some parts where I was just like, man, how that, like I had to consult a guide a few times because I had no idea where to go because there's plenty of times where you have to revisit things like 4 times before something happens, or you have to present very specific evidence that doesn't always make sense in the situation, but I managed to get through it. It was still, like, all the cases were still pretty nuts. You're on Dual Destinies? Yeah. Yeah, no, this is the first time I've gone through any of these games. Objection! Well, thank you. I took a shower. I mean, I take showers regularly, but I took a shower before stream and my hair dried, and I'm not wearing my headset, so you can tell that my hair is actually very long. But yeah. Outsider, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now. See that? There's the blank stare we know and love from Two Brain Cell Judge. Where Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton is canonically? I don't know. I think it's set in between like the... Oh god, I don't even know. Like, I don't know the timeline so well. I know it's the first 3 games, and then I think everything kind of like... Every game that came out afterwards was still canonically... Like, it's like a pretty straight timeline. I mean, Professor Layton, man. I need to play those games. Hell yeah, long hair club. How are you doing today, Kit? Hopefully you're well. Huh? Yes, yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty. That's not how this works. Objection! Yeah, objection? Well, wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Boring. Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice. Stop being a dumb piece of shit. Work is stupid busy. 3 more hours. Oh, jeez. You got this, Kit. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Shut up, Edgeworth! Why, you... Oh, that's all. No, I mean, I'd be okay with that. It's funny actually that you asked that, Outsider. I've currently been emulating a few games actually that I own on DS, but I can't stream from my DS because I haven't modded it and I don't really want to. Like I just finished Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, which is a DS game. I've been running through RetroArch. Although I heard that for 3DS, Citra is the best option for sure. But yeah, I mean, if you have access to that, because I usually just kind of find places that haven't been doxed or taken down to find things, but it definitely helps to know that there is a source without that. Pocket Universe, so it's not... Oh, so it's like its own little thing. Interesting. Whatever work is Korean Fried Chicken Shack. Nice. On a personal... Oh, nice. Yeah. No, I'd be okay. I'd be totally fine with that. Like, I know for a while, when my OneDrive was bigger, I had, like, music and stuff on the drive there, and I gave people access to it. But I have since stopped paying for, like, Microsoft 365 or whatever, so I'm down to, like, 5 gigabytes of storage, which really isn't a lot, but... So it can't be taken down and say, yeah, exactly. It's good to have the cloud saves like that. You're like, yeah, it's true, Panda. Well, there's some days where things go really slow and some days where things go way too fast. Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite. Damn. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. Nice. I call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Who is that? What? Hello? Hello? I mean, I know Gumshoe's older, but holy crap, I wasn't expecting to find it. What? Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. Also, his jacket is very not green. Are you okay, Gumshoe? Yeah, we were talking about Roms, Zunder. Yeah, our bulky boy. It's our friend man. Finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Mia, wow, let him be proud. Let our boy be proud for half a second. Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Excuse me? No, seriously, my heart, it's aching for you. What the? Gumshoe? What? Gumshoe, you're being creepy. Stop being creepy, Gumshoe. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache. Okay, I got it. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Looks like somebody's getting a bad review for next year's pay raise. Oh, Korean fried chicken. Oh, that does sound really good. I need to get some from the place we have around here. Maybe I'll do that Monday. Or I could do that tomorrow before stream, probably. Now, Detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran for the police force. He was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir, I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. This is a sketch of the Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. Gumshoe. Poor Gumshoe. Archived. Oh, interesting. I see. Dusky Bridge map added to the court record. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there. Wow. Usually the judge would be like, you know what? That sounds pretty cool. Now he's like, he's actually being a good judge. Like, oh, interesting. Your Honor. If you would listen to the testimony I have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I were some hoser. Wow. Detective, proceed with your testimony. That's man. Wait, really? Oh, that sucks. I figured that he'd be a staple throughout the whole thing. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready. Oh, boy. Summary of the incident. Oh, yeah. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Of course. Naturally. Shut up, Edgeworth. Now, with the defense, please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up. Yeah, okay. Hey, settle down there, kitten. Keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right? Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. Ha, you got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you got, kitten. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. Wow. Summary of the incident. Hold it! This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right? Yeah. Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? Ha! The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls. What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne is a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls. A note? Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in her desk. Victim's note, confidential police materials written by the victim. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls. Looking at the current time, if only. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? I don't know, maybe Edgeworth? Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Exactly. What's going on, Dave? How are you doing today? Listen up, never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's that detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person. Hey, now don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to. Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Cute? He looks like, I don't know if I'd say cute. Stern. The hell, Mia? That's Phoenix's guy crush, not yours. Played some Monster Hunter, took a detour to come. Oh, nice. Well, welcome. Were you playing Worlds? I've heard that the newest fight is like the Fatalis or whatever is just like stupid. Like it's just like ridiculously hard. And I'm like, man, I like Monster Hunter World. It's very pretty. I like fighting stuff, but I don't think I'd ever make it to that kind of content because it takes like so much grinding to be able to fight the top tier stuff because jewels are RNG. So who knows if you're ever gonna actually get all the jewels you need to fight certain things. But yeah, it took you 3 days? Holy fuck, that's nuts. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the desert. Hold it! A bridge up in the mountains, but why meet there? Because it is a very important place to the defendant, that's why. What do you mean by that? You remember 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Returning to the scene of the crime, how nostalgic. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Hold it! Play some of the Apollo games, you can't remember all of them? Yeah. Well, there are a lot of games, so I can understand it. Like, even thinking back from like the first to the second game, sometimes I get things a little muddled up as to which case was where. But yeah. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, don't move. We got you surrounded. Wait a second, isn't there something weird about that? Location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? If that's what happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I had noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive. Wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. Criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and yeah. Hold it! Mr. Falls had a car then? Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What, you mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? We don't really know, yeah. This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. Well, it's okay. She's dead. She doesn't know it's uncomfortable. Crime photo added to the court record. The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. Huh. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here. You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back nice and firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? I don't see anything strange, do you? What did the defendant have to say about this photo? What he always says, ma'am. I didn't do it, I didn't do nothing. That's all he says. Nothing? I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. Oh, wow, you're so clever, Judge. It's just what he always says, Your Honor, and then he always says, sorry, I told a little lie. God, or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. Mr. Falls was arrested at police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. There is something strange with it. Somebody forced open the trunk, even though if they caught him, they should have had the car key. So I'm gonna see if I can present the crime photo. This evidence establishes that the defendant is lying, right? Oh, no, that was wrong. Don't ask me to confirm your facts. Sorry, this is my first time handling a case. That was wrong. I thought it was telling me to look at the photo. Well, whatever. Yeah, fuck you, Judge. Okay, fine. Press this one. There's someone in the trunk. Yeah, that's pretty strange. That certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. Set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. Yeah, I mean that too. Figure that Mr. Falls might just try to run. What do you mean it was too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m., and it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kind of close. Any later, and Mr. Falls could have slipped right by. Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. A trap? Walk into it carelessly and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not! Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you'd better get some more information. And if you're gonna get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. The ever-famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. See, I don't understand why he didn't change his testimony when we know about this. February 14th, 1:21 p.m. Falls, 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. It sparkles in the light. Oh boy. Let me see something. Stabbed with a knife in the back. Died from blood loss between 4 and 5 p.m. How could she get stabbed in the back if... Because he was the one on the bridge, and then she was the one coming at... Hello, Dixies. Oh! Ah! Swear to fucking God, one of these days I will actually remember to do things. One of these days. Sorry, I'm like, my brain. The rest of the police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain, yeah. I'm doing okay. I'm already doing terrible at this game. But I mean, I think that's to be expected. Did you ever do your custom command? I don't know. Did you have something for me too, Zunder? Oh jeez. I don't even. Yeah. Shit. That group. I'm pretty sure you messaged me. So I guess I have two things. Oh my God, where are you in this list? Oh yeah, I can look at things. Oh no, you never sent me. Did you make a custom command? You just said find something like Rolling Thunder. Okay, I'll try to figure that out. Okay, I was wondering. I was like, dang, usually people DM me about these things. Okay, she was brutally murdered. Husky Bridge at the designated time. Oh, talk to Dahlia. Ready to do something you were supposed. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm pretty bad at that too. God, I don't think I can do anything about that yet. Let me press again, because I gotta see which one to say that she didn't talk to anybody about anything. Oh wait, the one where he said if I had known earlier. Okay, so I gotta present the note on this one, because she did mention the phone call to people. Right? Yeah. What do you think of the witness statement? I don't think anything of it. How about, are you, what the fuck? It says on there, talk to fucking Dahlia! Where the fuck do you want me to use this goddamn evidence? It says talk to Dahlia! Ah! God, this game is such a pain in the ass sometimes. Like, fuck. What exactly do you want from me? It's fucking... like, I hate this where it's like, oh yeah, I already pressed everything. That's the thing. The car, yeah, the car was stolen. Because I think I already pressed this. What he always says, man. Yeah, and he says I didn't do nothing. Then he says I'm sorry. Because once I pressed it at the end, he's like, oh, maybe you should catch it early on. So I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, at an earlier statement? Hello? Let's try it. Set it up just after 5. Figured out he might try to run. Yeah, there's a big trap waiting for you on that test me. Walking too carelessly and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Like early. Presenting that. Nope, she's doing the same table slap bullshit. God, I fucking hate having to watch this every fucking time too. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna load because I've already like lost half of my fucking health. Ah! We already know it wasn't an unknown person. Do we even have? Wait, do we have to fucking? I was forgetting about profiles. Do we have anybody here? Actually, let me see something. Oh, he looks completely different than he looks on the stand. What the hell? No, I guess that's her, yeah. Figured there'd be blood in the trunk too, but apparently the coat is so thick that it caught all the blood. The fuck? Where whites? Oh, wait. It might actually be that. It does say white scarf. He's not wearing a scarf. Okay, I think this is it. Please, if it's not fucking it, I'm gonna throw this controller out the window. Okay, fuck you, Gumshoe. God damn, like the tiniest details. Witness. Whoa, what is it? Do you have something to say, Ms. Faye? I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was going to say. God damn it, fucking Mia, the scarf. This is the first time I've had to actually address someone like that. Ugh, you should have practiced before coming to court. Shut up, Judge, you suck. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy? No. Stop being weird. Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. What are you talking? What's wrong with you? Oh, come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective. Yes, ma'am. This photo, you said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well, then I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. He flirts like a yeah, he's a little odd. The note? It very clearly says wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looks like, thus this special request. I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stopped there? You should have looked for it. Darg! The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, What do you have to say about this? Yeah, Mia sus. Edgeworth has a white scarf. Edgeworth sus. I see the defense is a little lacking. What? The scarf you are searching for so desperately. Huh. Is it this one, perchance? That's not white, it's blue. Ah. But where'd you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first, and I decided to conduct my own investigation. Isn't that illegal? Well, why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. Isn't that also don't they have to be verified? Isn't that like in the evidence book where it's like it needs to be the fuck? It's the safest place I know. That hot shot sure has flair for the dramatic. I don't think that's allowed. Not exactly white as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. It looks like it's covered in coffee. Godot is the killer. Looks like it spent some time in the mud. Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth, he was intentionally hiding the scarf the whole time. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. No! That could be any fucking scarf. Edgeworth is goddamn fraud. Worn by the victim at the time of the incident, found on Dusky Bridge. How do we even know that she was wearing it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure hiding evidence is super illegal. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Ms. Fay? Boy, I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Ms. Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. Sounds quite promising. Can't wait to hear all about it. Shut up, Judge, I hate you. Everything is moving at his whim. Don't forget, kitten, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius, 'cause he cheats. A genius, huh? Events on Dusky Bridge. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. Shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what was going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. And that must have been when the scarf fell off. But they were on a bridge, nowhere near any mud or anything. And none of this makes any fucking sense. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. Armando has so many Me Too. Yeah, he has a lot of weird, creepy stuff going on. It's about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. No, it's not. It's probably exactly who I think it is. Aha, a potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that. God, he doesn't know how he feels about anything. Seems to be taken by the witness. It's a lot of heart. It's gotta be. There's nobody else who does photography. So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now. Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. Not again. That's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean, Fucking bitch-ass judge. Events on Dusky Bridge. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. Yeah? Well, why can't we see her? Who is this eyewitness? She's a college student. A female college student? That's right, meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. Wow, Gumshoe, I can see why you're a detective. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all. What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. Female college student, eh? I mean, she's female and a college student, sir. Come on. Like, I want to not make fun of you, but every time you open your mouth, it's really bad, and you just don't. You just don't! You absolutely must hear her testimony. You'll have to give us a good reason why. Ugh. Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question. Welcome, Eric. Photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. Accidentally? How is it accidentally taken? The victim is wearing a scarf in the photo, all right. So, about the witness who took this photo, what was this person doing all the way up in the mountains? I bet she was looking for Bigfoot. She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently. There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. Spirits? Now that you mention it, this photo, this cloudy fog-like thing, is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor, no, I don't think it's a ghost. I'm pretty sure it's just clouds. God damn it. Drizzling that day, unfortunately. Okay, hold it. Drizzling, huh? That's right, there was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary, but not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog. I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Where is the evidence of that? Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed? Or were you the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he says brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. Wow. Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. What? Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. Huh, the court record, huh? That must have been where the scarf fell off. Okay. Wouldn't it be all like wet then? So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car's trunk. Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the conditions of that day? Her tummy. Naturally, the answer is right around here, I think. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? Seems to me that Ms. Fay could use a trunk herself. What? One that she could hide all of her bitter memories from this trial in, that is. You truly are a genius. Shut up! A genius of sarcasm and wordplay. Oops, it looks like I really... What? Is it her hair then? Relax, look here. Okay. As bitter as black coffee. All right, Mia, you gotta think harder this time. Cause said it shoved her down on her fucking stomach. Is it cause her hair's not wet? Naturally, the answer is right around here. Well, again? What the fuck do you want me to look at, you piece of shit game? What the fuck? Her legs? Is it her, like, would her legs be muddy? Oh. What the hell? Like, what am I supposed to be fucking looking at? The ground? Is the ground not muddy enough? Her hands? I guess her knees? Okay, are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck am I supposed to be looking at? Like, seriously. What do they want me to fucking look at in this picture? This is some fucking bullshit. Like, he literally said she got shoved down on her stomach. Her coat isn't wet at all. Like, nothing is fucking wet. What the fuck? Is it because the car's not wet? Like, because the ground, I can't tell if the ground's muddy or not. Like, what the fuck? Sure, whatever. I mean, I'm gonna game over no matter fucking what. Oh, okay. It's her fucking shoulder. God, sometimes I fucking hate this game. Seriously, it was drizzling and foggy. Dusky Bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. I pointed at her fucking coat twice! Are you fucking kidding me? And it was her shoulder that set that off? Okay, come on, Capcom. There's more to her jacket than her fucking shoulder. Seriously. Ugh, that's exactly right. The other day, I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled. I do admit the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If your honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, pride of legal league, would be wet but not muddy. Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? Surface of the bridge, huh? Huh, a real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Shut up! Of course I can. No, can you let me save the fucking game before I just game over on this bullshit? Because that's what this fucking is. It's bullshit right now. Okay, present. Because obviously if she was pushed down and the scarf was muddy. The evidence is this scarf. Ah, it should be obvious. If the scarf fell on the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. No, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Wow, Edgeworth, you're a fucking piece of shit. Hey, same with you, buddy. Miss Fay's assertion makes perfect sense to me. I do admit there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Are you fucking kidding me, you dumb piece of shit? Because you're dumb. Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation may, or in this case, may be, shall we? That's conjecture, and the judge hates that. All right, it's not like he's really giving me a choice here. Ah, you're doing pretty well for a little kitten. Shut up! This guy is really annoying. Mr. Armando. No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence. It's one of those three. Oh boy, yeah, you guys haven't really been giving me a lot of choices. What you said just now, I'm not sure I like that. That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it. This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know, except you took his evidence without any questions. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Yes. The false evidence in this case is... Why is the scarf not on here? Well, let's save the game again. Declared for trials or something? Yeah, you know, exactly. If the victim really did try to repel her killer, and if she did fall down on the bridge, then you would expect her coat to be dirty. Therefore, the body that was found in the trunk of the car, it was not the body of Valerie Hawthorne. What do you have to say to that, Mr. Edgeworth? Objection. Not only a whisper, but he mixed it in with a sigh, too. Valerie Hawthorne was more than a simple meter maid, she was a sergeant. There is absolutely no chance that a mistake about her identity could be made. I guess he's right. From this point on, Miss Fay, I will penalize you for making unsubstantiated accusations. Don't do it, Mia. Don't cry until you get home. In any case, this court is not in the habit of accepting false evidences. I guess it would just have to be the testimony, because how do we fucking know? It's a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yeah, that's what the witness told us. That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all. That's true. It's not just true, it's the truth. There was a truly decisive witness in this case. I'm certain that boy wonder over there would have called them in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Very well, please bring forth your witness at this time. Yeah, God. What Mr. Edgeworth said, it kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? Now let's proceed with the testimony. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. Witness, what is your name and occupation? What? Okay, I was not expecting this crazy lady. Okay, are you... What? I thought it was gonna be a lot of heart. I'd rather have a lot of heart than this. Everyone's so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter. Oh. When I look at you, how can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double-double in a dozen donut holes. That is probably the most uncomfortable thing I've seen a man tell a woman ever, and I hate it. And what's wrong with this judge? Oh, nobody says that. That's not a line. Don't say that to someone. It's gross. Don't do that. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite. What? What is happening? This judge is gross. Why is everybody gross? Gumshoe's gross. Judge is gross. Edgeworth's probably also gross. Holy shit. Hey, not so fast. Huh. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. She's crazy. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You are a true gentleman. Miss Fay, you could learn a lot from this man. Shut your fucking hole. He's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir? Yes, my dear. This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause. Not at all, it's no trouble at all. Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? My name is, Melissa Foster. Yeah, not only is he a simp, he's like the worst kind of simp. He's gross. Stop. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department. You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct? And you were the one who took this photo? Is that accurate? How can you be so mean? Now see here! What are you doing shoving that in her face like that? Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous. Next time I'll be forced to penalize you. Oh, I fucking hate this fucking judge! Uh-oh, I don't like the turn this is taking. I hate this. I hate this. This court is horrible. She staring at me? And you would be? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fay. I see. So you are... Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony? And maybe your phone number while you're at it? Fuck this judge. Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. The witness's photograph. Bum, bum, bum. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wild flowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police. Nobody mentioned anything about anyone calling the police. That's the first time I heard of this. I think somebody's fucking lying. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? What were you wearing?
If you don't mind me asking, what color is your lingerie?
I believe the map would be of help here.
I was standing right over here. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs.
Okay. If she took a picture looking that way, then they should have been swapped. That doesn't make any sense. She should have been on the other side. Somebody's already lying. So you took the photo from that location, eh?
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Oh, what a cute camera.
Just like its owner.
Melissa Foster took the witness's photo with this small but powerful model. All right then, Miss Faye, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel.
That's not how that works, you dumb piece of shit.
I mean, I can only, like, press certain issues. Anyway, yeah, if she was on that side, like, I'm pretty sure that that guy had his back to, like, the crappy part of the bridge. Maybe not. Why would she be there first? Yeah, well, because actually, didn't they say, yeah, he was there and that she was there, so that doesn't make any fucking sense. I probably need to press stuff, but I'm gonna try this. Haha! I knew it.
Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as the crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see,
the photo we presented was the only one there was.
But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it.
Oh! Yeah, fuck you, dumbass. My apologies, young lady, but Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit.
He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he? I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean.
You ran out of film?
This photo was the last one.
What? It's a digital camera! There's no way she had film in it. What? No, that... Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all of the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself, playing among the wild flowers.
The witness herself? Then who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it.
So you took photos of yourself? I remember taking some photos of myself once, too. Please, no details. Yeah. He's probably sending, like, judge pics to all of the girls. This man needs to be on a list. He's not fit for the gavel. Seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all.
Wait, just a minute.
Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh? Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Those aren't evidence, you fucking dumb piece of shit. We cannot...
Edgeworth, I hate you. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. He's not a poet, he's a dumbass. Very well, then let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed. Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk. Huh. Looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening. Damn. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then I noticed two people were standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. The victim turned around and tried to run away, but... She only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. How was she supposed to run away if she was the one on the part of the bridge? If that was her photo, if she was there, she would have been. She can't run 10 yards. There's no bridge there. Witness, your testimony is a joke. What? But I just... Miss Faye, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry. Fuck you, Judge. One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse. You say there were two contradictions? It's simple, just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then, she would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have even ran 5 because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side. Ah! Yeah, take that. But what does it all mean? It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it. This is beautiful. This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court? Objection! Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean? There's one major mistake in this diagram. What did you say? What are you referring to? It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. So you're saying? I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. Fuck you, Edgeworth, with your bullshit. Oh, you can't prove that this happened at this very specific time. I fucking hate it when he does. He's such a contrarian. That's ridiculous. You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. Not your lying piece of shit, Edgeworth, because this is back in your bullshit times. Ah, that guy is good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, all right. The diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? That coward! Well, Miss Faye, it seems you've once again made a reckless accusation. No, your boy is bullshit. Judge, shut up. I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself. God, I hate this case a lot right now, Zunder. No. It wasn't your fault at all. Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed. All right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony? But it's so hard to go on. We're all on your side, Ms. Foster. Shut up, Judge. No need to worry. Just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. I'd kill all of them. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Yeah, fuck this. Witnessing such violence must have been difficult. Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up.
If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished.
Don't say that.
Oh well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte.
This trial isn't over yet. Shut up, Armando.
Huh, that's what I like to hear. All right, Miss Faye, your cross-examination, if you please.
The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack.
Running from the...
What if he just threw the body into the water? What does that mean? And you're absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body? Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face...
So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face?
Well, they were far away and it was raining as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw.
Excellent! You're a remarkably honest young woman!
Something about this testimony is bothering me, but what?
Hey, kitten. Have you ever put salt in your coffee?
Shut up! You're the worst! He isn't helping at all. He's just being a dumbass.
Nope, why would I? Why not?
Huh?
It may actually go better with coffee than sugar, right? Listen, my point is if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it.
No? No?
No. It might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence.
He's right, Mia. Go present something. You got nothing to lose. No, you have the game to lose.
By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well, after all.
And why'd you even pray shit? Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge? Actually, maybe she did fall.
Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge.
You were all fucking for the falling down on the bridge bullshit with your scarf that was muddy, you dumb hoe.
If she had fallen down, this photo wouldn't have made any sense.
Yeah,
if that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy.
If you don't mind, I was asking the witness.
No need to be so rude. Well, young lady?
Of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could.
We're one step too slow. And then what did the defendant do after that?
God, I hate this.
Hold it!
You personally witnessed that? Yes.
Did anything strange happen when he did that?
Well, I don't know if you'd call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off.
You mean this scarf? Our words match what we found at the scene. I don't see any problem.
I suppose that was the only way you could make sure the body stayed hidden.
Hold it! You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Well, he's kind of a big guy.
Yes.
Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult.
Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse.
Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that?
Well, the fact of the matter is that he did. That kind of talk is just silly. Shut up, Edgeworth, you're fucking silly.
Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden? Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us.
Couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge.
Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Otherwise the body, yeah, exactly. Did anything more
Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there. But it's February, right? And it's raining that day, correct? There's also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. You know those monks, they just love cold, isolated places. I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse would have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she witnessed with her own eyes. Uh-huh. Shit, I already did that. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm gonna save. I think I saved before this, but God damn it. Dojo? Hey, what's going on, Adventure Kid? Thank you so much for the host. My God, I mean, if I do anything, I'm dead. If I do anything wrong. Actually, isn't that chick's actual name Dahlia? Right? Isn't she Dahlia? This lady's name. She's not Melissa. I thought her name was Dahlia. How are you doing today? Okay, yeah. Actually, isn't she Dahlia Hawthorne? Isn't that her name? Yeah, that is her name. I was like, oh, that guy. Yeah. So she's got to be related to the person who died. But we don't know her name is Dahlia yet. Nice. Wouldn't she have still been alive? Nope, I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up. Oh, it's done. Ah, I hate this. I don't want to watch this every fucking time. That's cool. Can you let me load the game? Oh wait, no, it just brings you back to the fucking beginning. God, I hate that shit. Oh yeah, no, the first Witcher game is pretty rough. I've been playing The Witcher 2, and The Witcher 2 is even worse, to be honest. But The Witcher 1, if you do not use potions in specific fights, you will fucking die. Like, there's just no way to get past it without using certain potions. But the second game, even with using potions, there's a good chance you will die in the first couple of chapters. Oh yeah, it was really annoying because every time you go in that house, she keeps like saying the same thing.
hesitant. Wow. Wow. Dixies.
She already said that she's really not sure, but I feel like she was an accomplice in this. I already pressed on everything, and this is getting annoying. Fucking. Okay, that's what I thought, but I gotta make sure. Yeah, there was an easier way. A killer not wanting his victim to be found, I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Well, what is it? It's obvious, you dumb piece of shit judge. God, I hate this judge so much. Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who are not aware, the Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur at the same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Order! I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Fay, but I must admit it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river. Oh. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? How sad. Perhaps Miss Fay would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert on the ways of nature. Shut the Edgeworth is such a condescending piece of shit. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Miss Fay, it seems that your assertion was without merit after all. But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous. Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Ugh. Please, witness, go on with your testimony. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. Who is he talking about? All right, I'll do my best. Fucking hate this woman. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked, then he carried her over to the car. I broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. And you're absolutely certain. Oh wait, I gotta Why would he have to break into the trunk of the car if he had the car keys? What did the man do then? Well, naturally, he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police.
And so that's when you called the police? You're sure that's what you saw with your own eyes?
Yes, I'm 100% certain.
Couldn't just leave. Okay. Fine. Welcome, Soulbreaker. God damn. I do not like this at all. Did break into it. Makes sense, I guess. Okay, you're only supposed to talk about what you saw. Yeah, that's right. Oh wait, I already did that. Sorry. Cause yeah, okay. Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time.
Done what?
Made a crucial mistake. Crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye?
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes? Yes, and?
It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. Also, hi, Empress. Sorry. There's been a lot of braining happening. But welcome on in. I hope you're doing good today.
The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean?
Even if you tried to see the car,
this outcropping of rock is directly in the way.
That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. I admit the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car.
That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine.
Yeah, just sit down. Come on.
I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash.
I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff, but you still claim to have been able to see the killer's car. No! Yeah, fuck you! Order in the court. What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo? Shut up, jerk. Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing the murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. Edgeworth grasps. You know what? He talks about Phoenix grasping at things. Edgeworth grasps for every fucking thing he ever does. Fuck you. But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes.
Mr. Judge,
what is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that. I hate it so much. You start the van down. Exactly. God. Yeah, you love slapping tables. We all love slapping tables.
Ms. Fey, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. That has nothing to do with this. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness. No! You're only doing that because you think she's hot, and you're a gross old man. What? That's not fair! Also not a thing!
Huh, save the tears for later, kitten.
Mr. Armando, you've been, like, literally no help.
Don't look back until the trial is over. Now's the time to go forward.
But that wasn't fair! Like, really, that was just bullshit.
Okay, kitten, you need to relax. Then you need to remember the other kitten's testimony. Edgy boy will take a faint. Yeah, exactly. He's such a fucking jerk.
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body there.
So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk?
Aha!
Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain that you knew that, you're gonna have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom.
Well, witness?
Also, hi, Wood Cat.
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
Well, what? Let me see that photo.
It's true, these certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open.
Well, Miss Fey, are you satisfied?
The judge is on her side. He can't make any mistakes here. What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? Yeah, it doesn't work. Because she would have to see that with her own eyes. Melissa Foster. It looks like you finally betrayed yourself.
What?
You said you were in a field taking photos of wild flowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches?
Got her.
Finally, I finally got her.
I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here.
Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Fey explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was she put the corpse in herself. Ba-da-ba-ba! There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches.
Yes? What is it?
Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. Oh, the person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one who... I don't think so, Ms. Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. Called it! Fucking called it! But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Ms. Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. No! Preposterous! To even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? Yeah, big brain. The corpse could have only been in there when put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is that the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Ms. Foster herself. Timer function. let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. I don't know what any of that means, I'm old. Why, it's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture. What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred, Ms. Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field. Ad product placement, yeah. Would the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Ms. Foster when the incident occurred? And answering that question will also make clear Ms. Foster's true identity. Well, then please answer this question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? I mean, wasn't she the killer then? Or was she the victim? Was that guy even really there? I'm just saying. Oh, okay, I was like, I gotta make sure, because this is gonna be a game over if I don't get it right. I'm pretty sure that she was there. Naturally, the witness was right here. But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing.
Yeah, because she is Miss Hawthorne.
Order, Miss Faye. What on earth?
Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim. How asinine! Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You're just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof? You make everything up, Edward, so shut the fuck up. I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow the case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification, namely this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who had requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Miss Melissa Foster? No! Blonk.
Where's Miss Foster?
She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit.
Huh. Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to
Compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor.
Understood.
Very well, this court is in recess. To be continued.
I guess it's gonna give me a chance to save.
Oh, it is saving. But I'm gonna save again.
Cause, yeah.
I don't even know. I guess it has an autosave? I'm not really sure.
Yeah, she is a drama queen for sure.
February 16th, 1:14 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 4. Mr. Falls, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I want to say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up.
Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime.
Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we gotta get past.
Obstacle?
Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill the policewoman anyway?
Motive, huh?
Anyway, we're still badly in need of information.
Information, right.
What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing.
What is it?
Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for.
I didn't do nothing. I ain't kill nobody. I never lie. Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago.
Okay, I trust you. That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day.
The poor guy.
This picture reminds me of everything. Bridge looks the same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute.
So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years.
Huh. Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute.
It's true, I did.
I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Your girlfriend, huh?
Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne?
The victim's last name.
Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister.
What? Are you serious? The girl. Let her go.
Oh boy. Shut up! Come a little closer and I kill her.
Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it.
Wrong! No protect, sister! Valerie betrayed me! Betray us!
What do you mean she betrayed you?
Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping, too.
A make-believe kidnapping?
Dahlia, my girlfriend. My love, my teen angel.
I don't like that at all. Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas.
I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
Anything Dahlia says? Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by
Yeah, me and Dahlia, and Valerie, too.
Valerie was in on it?
Dahlia's family rich, jewelry business. We get 1 jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. It was sent to her dad. He asked for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. You tell him Valerie make transfer because she's new detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, all right. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that woman... That woman, Valerie, she'd do it for real. She'd shoot at me for real, me and Dahlia. I was shot in arm. Dahlia, she jump in river.
Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you?
I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me.
That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below.
Man, these people suck. These 5 years, all I wonder is why? Why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know. And that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Yeah, but I forget what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear an answer come from her mouth, that's all.
So that's why you made a crazy escape like that.
Just one thing, zebra boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it?
Huh? Where's what?
Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know.
Huh? You don't know?
No, really, I don't know. It's gone with Dahlia.
With Dahlia?
That day on bridge, Dahlia put it in backpack. Now gone with Dahlia. Gone forever. Into Eagle River.
I don't know, it sounds like she just jetted with $2 million, but... It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute. You can come back in now, we're about ready to go. Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne?
Never found her, my sweet Dahlia.
Never found her?
Swallowed by the river, gone. Dahlia, my teen angel.
Please stop saying that. It's gross. This whole case is gross.
Your teen angel? How old was she anyway? Just 14.
14? I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no, I already know that Melissa Foster is Dahlia. You kind of spoil it for yourself if you play the previous games, because we know she's Dahlia Hawthorne.
She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into a river with a rock worth $2 million. Man, oh man, angels these days.
Yeah, 14. I don't know how old this guy is. Wait, actually, he's 25, which means, yeah, so he was 20 and she was 14. This man a pedophile. There's no two ways around it. Yeah, my teen. Oh, everything about this is disgusting. This is a horrible case. Oh no, Dahlia Hawthorne, deceased. No, she's not. She's right fucking there.
Damn.
Falls takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. True. I wonder why they didn't change it for America, though. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of dumb shit that goes on here, so you know what? Is Dahlia Hawthorne really an angel, or is she really a devil?
It's time, kitten. Looks like we got a few more aces up our sleeve now.
You bet. Diamond, a $2 million gem, used as ransom for Dahlia. Lost at Eagle River 5 years ago.
The training wheels come off now, Mia. You gotta strike while the iron is hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it.
You have too many rules,
By the way.
February 16th, 1:49 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 4.
Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best. Oh, that's super low.
Goodness. You're a brave young lady.
I don't know. That's still a very young. Like, there are people who are mature for their age, but I think that's still really pushing it.
Not this again.
I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She is an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. Shut up, Edgeworth. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's certainly hard to imagine this woman a murderer. Her motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next.
Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive?
Yes, of course. I think.
Huh, you're still acting as tame as a kitten. Yeah. Mr. Armando? Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro.
Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge? Of course, Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like. Oh, I hate it. I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true. Oh, I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady.
Looks like this witness is a real professional.
What do you mean?
Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click, it lights right up.
Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say.
Fuck this chick. Yeah, honest. He's a dumbass.
I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never been to Eagle Mountain before, and I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago, or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile.
You bet! Somehow I have to tie her to this case.
Okay. Country until you enter college. Never been Eagle Mountain. Certainly don't have any reason for hunting a police officer or holding a grudge. How would you know about that?
A grudge? Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death.
Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her.
So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges. He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client, he forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well.
Press harder. She's right about him being forgetful.
You said he forgot what the detective looks like. What did you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right?
Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification.
Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me.
That's true. He's clearly a bitter man. Yeah, no motive yet.
This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement?
Have it added to testimony.
Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important.
I'd like it added to the official testimony.
The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one, is that?
The testimony only helps to further prove that point.
No, that's not why I...
Enough, witness, if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge. What do you mean by lucky? Well, it's February now. Everyone's wearing scarves. If I had accidentally worn a white scarf like he said,
then you yourself might have been killed. That would have been a terrible loss for the world. Shut up, Judge. Looks like you pressed too hard this time, kitten.
Mr. Armando,
keep looking around you and you're gonna lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Sometimes you gotta know when to not talk.
Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf that the victim wore as identification.
Ah, you're talking about this scarf right here, eh?
Yes, that's it, the scarf the policewoman was wearing.
I've got her now. Just don't mess up.
But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
But white?
This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. It's not surprising that she mistook it for white.
Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf.
Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but
there's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is... Witness, have you ever seen this note? Note? No, never.
It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have. I wonder about that.
What do you mean?
This note shows Mr. Fall's instructions to the victim regarding their meeting.
It says, wear white scarf for identification.
White scarf?
Ah! You shut up, Edward, you piece of shit. Yeah, you fucked up your own thing.
Witness, you knew what this note said, and it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf.
Well, Miss Foster?
No! God, she screams so much. Order, order, order. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public.
And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person.
Did you say one more person? That's right, a person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten?
Yep. The third person that knew the contents of the note was... And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia, tell her this time. There's her name right there. What's this? So who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne? Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. The dead? Oh, ice cream sounds really good right now. I think actually we have ice cream. I might get some of that later. Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... good stuff. Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago when she fell off Dusky Bridge and was lost in Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster, I believe that's the same age you are. Even you couldn't. Miss Faye, you're not saying. I'm not saying it because it's true. But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Yeah, fuck you, Judge. Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. What? But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand, I think. If I can expose her true nature, then I can turn this whole case on its head. Now is my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Witness, just who are you anyway? I didn't think it had come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand. What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far. You don't mean... Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? Looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. No, wait, but then why? If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't gonna say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Yeah, it would have been pretty bad. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm pretty sure you're in trouble for, like, not talking about their actual fucking identity, Edgeworth, you piece of shit. But, I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see, Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder. Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. Yeah, fucking Edgeworth, says the guy who hides and makes up evidence to win at any cost. How dare you? Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious, her big sister. Miss Fay must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? It makes sense because she was stabbed in the back, which means it was somebody she trusted that killed her. I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Ms. Fay, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister? Well, you see, thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me. Huh. I think you need a little push in the right direction, kid. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. Ah, that wasn't me. It was this guy, this crazy coffee addict. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Huh, what makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No, you just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me? The rashness of youth, how charming. Shut up, Edgeworth, you dumb piece of crap, coming from someone younger than me. Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Fay, what motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? Duh, she was gonna squeal. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. The reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie to keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Fay. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Fay. What was this secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago. We believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Ugh! Very well, I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us more, my little maple leaf? Stop, you disgusting old man. Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm once more. One more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. Yeah, he's gross. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money, so I decided to change my identity and start a new life. That shit don't track. Kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe after all that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous! Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Fay. Yes, Your Honor? As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Ugh, Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. Yeah, she really is. We're not allowed to fight, and let's twist some arms. Listen up, we still got that info, that ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kitten, don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us in the lobby. I'd do anything she says, anything Dahlia says. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by, yeah, me and Dahlia, and Valerie too. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret. 5 years ago, cross-examination. I need to save the game again. How could he shove you off the bridge from behind? When you guys were backed up on the bridge. You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true! I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said, that's hard to believe. I should have said, that's impossible. Impossible? I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge, now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you have claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible! Ah! Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. Shut the fuck up, Edgeworth. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Yes, shut your hole. You're right. If the events occur just as the witness had testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Yeah, Edward grasping like a mofo. Young lady, what's the meaning of this? You see, Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? Yeah, he's supposed to be a genius, but he's just crazy. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. That's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I do remember now, when I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious! Order in the court! It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say, that's impossible. But ridiculous! What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Look at how much shit is in the way. There's no way she could have jumped off the side unless she was a tiny person.
Yeah, plausible.
Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. No! But let's remember the size and the strength of the defendant. Oh, wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge, that is clearly impossible. Yeah, take that, Edgeworth. Eat a dick, bro. Order. What is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What? What is this?
It's a kangaroo court, that's what it is.
Indeed, what do you mean by such ridiculous remark?
Yes, it's ridiculous.
My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide. Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current, but even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of Eagle River for a fucking $2 million. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond. No, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it planned from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. Bang! Shwee! And then she turned into a ghost and fell into the river. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Why, that's totally ridiculous!
Is it though?
Objection! Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? This woman is a demon. And there was only one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then. You're saying that she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister, Dahlia, and she told her what she was planning to do. Planning to do? She was gonna tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Yeah, edgy boy, too fucking late. Who is that laughing at a time like this? Huh. Forgive me, it's just hilarious. Witness? Is that you? You amuse me, woman. Ms. Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14 I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Fey,
I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey. Are you stupid or something? God, she's such a bitch. How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof that of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense. Yeah, because you're a dumbass. Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? The girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it. Ha! Without evidence, the trial is over? Who decided that? Mr. Armando? Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car and then went to meet with him, disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes? No, like literally the only person involved. Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness. New witness? Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. The defendant? There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person who knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is Terry Falls. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection.
You just sealed your grave, Mr. Edgeworth.
Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. This is my chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. Woo! Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I don't believe it. No way! Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me. Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million. That's not true. Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne?
Or was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never, ever betray each other.
Terry?
Dahlia! It's true! It's true, you are alive!
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Oh, somebody just punch her. Tell the truth, the real truth. I believe in you.
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Dahlia!
Oh. I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and only once. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness!
Ah! I'm sorry. I apologize. Water! Please, water! Can't talk. Need water.
Huh. Oh well, guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself.
Wah!
Okay. How to manipulate the person who do literally anything for you? Yeah. Isn't this great? Who Terry Falls saw.
That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge. I watched the car from the bridge. I never put no body in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia.
Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you? That's enough, Miss Fay. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination. Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten. I think. Oh, thanks. Who Terry Falls saw. Oh, okay. He said that he was there first, but there's no way because if we're looking at it this way, she had to get there first because the bridge was still broken. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge? You're sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying. Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Ms. Fay. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place. Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah, it's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love. A memento? 5 years ago, I hid it under the base of a tree there. It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get. Oh, it's the poison vial from the other case. All right, you have a good one, Eric. Thank you so much for stopping by. I probably will, because I think this is it for this case. But yeah, it was good having you here, for sure. Thank you so much for stopping by, and enjoy your food. This little bottle on a necklace is your memento. It's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock, but then he left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No! Yeah, fuck you, Edgeworth. Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it. I've still got a chance. Just this case, there is no way I could finish the whole game because there's a whole other case after this. This case is only the trial. Because since we're doing Mia, the next one is gonna be a full-on investigation. Then that would turn this into like a crazy long stream. Post lightweight. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Oh. Huh? Mr. Falls? Ah! That's enough, please. Witness? I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens that we can't trust each other no more, then, oh no! We're supposed to drink bottle. Oh no, he drank the poison in the bottle! That crazy ass bitch! Holy shit! Holy fucking shit! What? No, stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess. You don't need a recess, you need a fucking doctor. I was stupid, couldn't keep promise, so I did it. I drank this. No, we're so close. Just a little more. Is that how she wasn't fucking caught until... Oh my god. I was gonna prove your innocence. No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again. Mr. Falls. Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee. What the fuck? Mr. Falls! Oh no. Wow. That man straight up fucking died. What the fuck? And so my first trial ended, suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners. Only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought it'd never heal. Damn. I don't think so, Dixies. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. I don't know, Edgeworth's kind of a fucking prick. Holy fuck, though. But one person... Yeah! The true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hello? Unforgivable, that witch. Mr. Armando, we were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're gonna make my coffee all salty. Wow, thanks. I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Mia, Whoa, you called me by my name!
Don't you get it? You can't cry yet.
Ah! 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 What the hell?
This is the only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Mr. Armando, your hand is bleeding.
Okay? No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. Yeah.
Oof.
One year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case.
Yeah. Yeah! Because she was your girlfriend and she's crazy!
Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was... Oh, that's a really good one, Dixies. Guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect, angelic smile on her face. Oh, Jesus. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong.
What?
It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this.
Don't tell me the last case is another Dahlia case, because fuck this crazy lady.
That's it?
That's how we're ending it? That's how it ends?
Bridge to the turnabout.
What? Why is the statue with the sword back? What? Ah!
Yeah, why is he in the hospital? What is happening? Holy shit. Holy fuck.
Yeah, like that's kind of. I mean, I don't want to leave it on cliffhanger, but we did do an entire trial. But I mean, even then, like it's been over 3 hours, and I know I can only last so long, especially since there's so much talking. That's what happens when. Wait, what are you talking about, RC? What happens when you're a lightweight? Are you hinting at something? What is going on? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, and we're gonna end the YouTube part of the video for now. So thank you everybody for being here and for watching. This is fucking crazy. And we're going to dive into the last case starting next week. And it's probably really gonna hurt my brain, but it's okay. It'll be worth it in the end. Probably. Until next time.